Hey, welcome aboard, crew. It's Captain Shane. I'm in the level up 737-800 Atlas Air tonight, 3601 from Kansas City to Cincinnati. I'm going to be doing some flight testing tonight because I've had some issues with this aircraft, with the elevator being extremely touchy, especially on the flare and landing. I've been getting into a lot of pilot-induced oscillations because it's just so sensitive. So I've gone into the plane maker and done some adjustments to it. I'm going to see how it flies tonight. So with that, I'm going to get started with setting up this cockpit and getting ready to go. Ground power unit on. Parking brake is released. Batteries on. Landing gear handle down. And let's go external power. There we go. And cockpit lighting. So let's go ahead and adjust those now. Gotta kind of pull the yoke over on these a little bit to get to these switches are in front of the yoke. Okay. And lights test. Set the test. Make sure everything's coming on. Alright, looks good. We'll set that to dim. Mach speed air test. Stall test, which I don't think is actually works here. IRS switches to nav. Window heat on. Probe heat on. Emergency lights on. Seatbelt sign. Alright, logo lights on. Position lights on. Wing and wheel well lights. We'll turn those on. Okay, lights looking good. Chip whiz test.
Light slope.
Cargo
Pull up.
fire overheat
Wind shear.
test.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle.
Cargo
Obstacle.
fire test.
Pull up. Airspeed low.
EFIS. Takeoff warning. Okay. Weight and balance. Alright, let's see what we got for weight and balance tonight. Here's the flight plan. So, fuel 15,200 and 42.1 on the cargo. So, 15,200. Let's get the fuel truck rolling now and get that started. And then we need 42.1 on the payload. So we don't need these guys because they're not here. Alright. Let's see what we can do to get 42.1 weight on this aircraft. Let's start loading from the front and back. 36. 36. Let's put some cargo on this. So obviously there's no model for a Boeing convertible freighter yet in the sim. So I'm using the packs to simulate the cargo weight. I'm not carrying packs on this. CG is very far forward. So let's start loading from the back then. It's 45. Let's take that down to 30. It's 43. CG's looking a little bit better. Let's go 28. 26. 43.1. I need 42.1. Alright, let's take a little bit out the back here. 32. Ah, close enough. I'll take that. Alright, so weight balance is set. So let's get on with the FMC. Position initialization. We're going to use the previous position because we came in here and landed and parked in the same spot as when we arrived. MCI. And then we'll go ahead and set up the routing. So we're going from KMCI to KCVG. The runway is going to be 1 left. Maybe it's 0-1 left. Let's try that. Good. And the flight number is going to be Atlas, so GTI 3601. Alright, so the route. Our route tonight is going to be as follows. Lakes 5 departure to Koo, to St. Louis to Dave, Sargo 4 into CVG. Alright, so let's go COU. Direct St. Louis, STL. Then we're going to go direct to Dave. DAABE. Insert that. Now we're going to go to departure and arrival. KMCI. We're on the Lakes 5 departure with the Koo transition. Arrival at CVG is looking like 1-8 left at this time. And if you want to see what the transition would be, well, tell you what. First, let's put in Sargo 4, Dave, and now we'll go back over to Navigraph and take a look at the approach. So 1-8 left. With the sputter. No, well, yeah, I guess we can use the sputter transition. Nope, that's not RNAV, I want ILS. There we go. Let's add that to the route. And we'll use that for now. I'm going to go back to route and double check to make sure I have no discontinuities. Now we're going to go back to legs and we're going to check it on our plan mode here and make sure there's no big breaks in continuity here. Not until we get the vectors from Lewin. That's perfect. So legs looks great. Let's go back to route. We're going to hit activate and execute, and now we got the magenta. Awesome. So the flight plan is in. Let's do performance initialization. 0 fuel weight is going to populate. I like 7,000 pound reserve on board. Cost index for our flight plan is going to be, let's see here. The cost index is going to be 26. I'll put that back on the right hand side. The initial altitude will be 350. We'll start with that. Cruise wind is going to be 279 at 70. That's going to be a nice little tailwind. 275 at 075. 075. A little bit colder up at cruise altitude, so it's going to be minus 57 Celsius. We can go ahead and execute that. Looks good. Alright, altitude constraint sputter. Noted. Alright. Now let's go over to M1 limit, and for that, I'm going to use SimBrief to do some performance calculations. So I'm going to bring this over here. We're going to use takeoff weight is about 150. Calculate. Alright, so they want us to use the D-rate takeoff. Select the temperature 50. 149, 151, 157. Okay, move that back over. So selected temperature's 50, D-rate takeoff. 91.4 is the limit. Takeoff. The wind, I like to fill this out first, just to, actually we don't even need to do this, don't even worry about this. Go back one page. Flaps 5. CG is going to be 25.9. The V speeds are going to be 149, 151, and 157. 157. Boom. Alright, that's our takeoff performance. So that's all set. FMC is set. So we'll put legs on the left and takeoff on the right. Hey, FMC is checked and set. Initial cockpit preparation checklist complete. Alright, final cockpit preparation checklist. Fuel quantity is set, 15.2. Flight altitude will be 350. Landing altitude. Let's take a look at Navigraph. So if we go over to CVG, looks like the altitude there is 900 feet for landing. So we're going to put in 900 feet here. FMC is checked, legs on the left and takeoff on the right. Flight directors on left and right. Auto throttle armed. MCP airspeed we're going to set for V2, 157. MCP heading is going to be the runway heading, which is 012. Initial altitude is going to be our cruise altitude since we have no ATC constraints. Okay, altimeters. Now's a good time to get a look at the weather. Hey GT, nice to see you. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you. I've just been busy with my pre-flight. Welcome aboard. We should be ready to start engines here in about 5 minutes. Just doing a couple little last-minute pre-flight things here. Okay, let's take a look at the weather at Kansas City. ASUS, which is a little dated. Let's see if we have some MEDAR is better. The wind is 360 at 12, so right down the runway, no crosswind. Hints that your visibility, broken clouds at 2700, overcast at 3300. Temperature's -1, so very cold outside. And altimeter 3026. 3026. Okay. Altimeter's checked and set. Auto brakes. Rejected takeoff. Radios. Alright. 128.2. I believe is CTAF here, but we'll confirm that. CTAF. MCI. 128.2, set from the last time I came in. So I got CTAF on active. I got Unicom on standby. Nav radios are set for the ILS. And we're picking it up now. TCAS. Alright. 1733 in the squawk code. 1733. Okay, TCAS is set. Taxi, takeoff, departure brief. Alright, let's go over that real quick. So, we are at Kansas City. Takeoff weight's going to be about 150,000 pounds. We are currently at the joint cargo ramp. We're going to exit Bravo 3, taxi down taxiway Bravo all the way down to Alpha 11, or taxiway Delta, whichever you prefer. And we will do a rolling takeoff from runway 1 left. No need for a static because we got plenty of runway length here. We are on the Lakes 5 departure, so the instructions here are climb on assigned heading for radar vectors to appropriate route. And we're basically going to be flying first to Napoleon. Well, let me make sure these are in the FMC. Yep, MCI. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this easy on myself because we're never going to make that turn. We're going to take this and drag that up there. That's going to be our first fix. ANX, which is Napoleon, then to Franck, then to Columbia, and then as filed. Not much to it. Initial altitude will be 350, and we'll assess if we want to go higher once we get there. Any questions from the crew? Well, let's press on then. Alright, before start, pushback checklist. Let's go ahead and get the tug moving now.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
I want to push straight back because we're going to make a left turn out of here, and I just want to make it easy on me. So we're just going to push straight back here.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Alright, lower MFD is on engine. APU is coming on now. Doors and windows are closed. Yaw damper is on. Electric hydraulic pumps are on. Parking brake is set. Waiting on APU generators. But while we do, we'll skip ahead. Let's get some fuel pressure going here. I'll turn off these wheel well lights and the wing lights. And we're just waiting on the APU. Let me see how my webcam's doing here. I think we can run that too.
All doors and hatches are closed.
Oof.
Ready to connect.
Let me see if I can adjust the position of this bad boy. Whoop! That's not good. Let me see if I can get you guys better angles here. Okay, got the throttles. Got the stick. I'll turn on the light. There we go. Alright, how we doing here? APU's just, there we go. APU generator's on.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Disconnect the GPU. The chocks are already removed. Anti-collision on. Trim air is on. APU's on. Engine start ignition left today. ACARS, can't forget that. I'm so glad I have these checklists or I'd forget all this stuff. Show route. Nope, that ain't it. Okay. Here's the route. Alright, and push to start. Kansas City traffic, good evening. Atlas 3601, push and start at the joint cargo ramp, tail facing south. Okay, we are ready. Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Alright crew, we are clear for engine start. Let's get it going. Starting engine number 2. Okay, rotation in 2. Low pressure. Fuel on. Fuel flow. EGT. Good start on 2, starting 1. Okay, rotation in 2. Okay, oil pressure. Fuel on. Okay, fuel flow EGT. Okay, good start on 1. Have to start checklist. Engine and wing anti-ice. We're going to leave that off for now. Packs. On. APU bleed is off. Engine bleed is on. Isolation valve.
Operation complete. Set
Closed.
parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, APU. Oh! Engine generators. Missed a step. There we go. My mistake. Forgot the engine generators. I always do that. Alright, so we're gonna have to wait for all this to come back on. Turn the brightness down on these.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Alright, see you later. Okay, after take taxi checklist. Flaps 5. Snap trim 4.75. Takeoff data confirmed 149, 151, 157. There's our hand signal. Alright, takeoff thrust at 90.4 is set. Taxi departure brief has not been changed. Transponder. TARA. Taxi light is on. Lower MFD on system. Taxi clearance. Kansas City traffic. Giant 3601, taxi runway 01 left via Bravo 3, Bravo Delta Alpha 11. We'll hold short. Parking brakes released. Let's roll. Okay. Nozzle steering, check left, check right. And that's the rudder. Brakes checked. We'll check the flight controls when we get on the taxiway here. Go on the right. We do have a MD-80 that's just pulled off the runway here. We'll give way. We'll let him go. I don't see very many MD-80s out here. That's pretty cool. Okay, I guess he's gonna let us go. Thanks, we're gonna taxi by you real quick here. Alright, flight control check. Ailerons left. Ailerons right. Elevator up. Elevator down. Okay, flight controls are checked free and clear. I already did the rudder. Okay, lower MFD, we're going to turn that off now. VNAV, LNAV. Oh, I got to reset my speed here. 157. VNAV is armed. LNAV is not. I wonder if it's because I gotta recycle my let's see if that fixes it. No. We'll try arming LNAV when we get closer to the runway. It might be because we're completely 180 degrees out from the next fix, so it doesn't have a intercept course to it yet. If that's not going to work for us, we'll just go heading select. ICAST, check for alerts. There's no alerts there. Hold on, lights. Okay, there's Delta. And there should be Alpha 11 over here. You know what? I think I know why the cockpit's so bright. I'll fix that in just a second. Because of that. Close that thing. There we go. Kansas City traffic. Atlas 3601 departing runway 01 left. Lakes 5 departure. Okay. External lights are all on. Radar. Wicks are on the left. Terrain on the right. Pickup clearance is good. Let's take the runway. Alright, one last check. Clear on the left. Clear on the right. TCAS is clear. Alright, let's see how this elevator, let's see how it acts when I take off. So I basically reduced the effectiveness of it by about 20%. I've made the chord, the average chord of it, smaller. So let's see if that makes it less touchy. I feel like it's got more than enough authority. Okay, clock. Started. Rolling takeoff. We're gonna get LNAV. Nope. Alright, we're gonna go heading select. Runway heading 012. Okay, engine stabilize. Toga. Got set.
knots.
Alright, here we go. Let's see it.
V1. Rotate.
Ooh, already. Kind of like it.
How's it rate?
You're up.
Gear up.
Not bad, not bad.
400.
Yeah, I kind of like that. The rotation felt good. Alright, let's see if we can get LNAV now. Yep, LNAV's tracking.
1000.
Coming right. Feels good so far. Okay, climb thrust. Flaps 1. Show wings level and we'll intercept the course that way. And flaps. Flaps. Nope, not up yet. Let's accelerate a little bit. Flaps up. Gotta put quite a bit of nose up trim on this. Alright, after takeoff checklist, landing gear up, off, and lights are out. Flaps are up, auto brakes off, ICAS no alerts, holding on exterior lights. Coming left. Off course correcting. So far, I like it. I like the way the elevator feels. Let's see if it helps with the autopilot porpoising as well. We'll see once I have the autopilot on. Okay, getting a little bit slow. I'm going to pitch down, pick up that speed. Okay, autopilot's coming on. Command. Exterior lights. Okay, to the line. Alright, let's see how the autopilot responds to this new reduced elevator effectiveness. I'm hoping to get less porpoising. We'll see. Okay, accelerating at 289 knots. Now let's switch over to Unicom. Using reserve fuel, I don't think so. Okay, so far so good. 2 to 1. 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 2 terrain here. All right, climbing to 15,000, heading up to 350. Here's our progress on VATSIM radar. And also on Navigraph, if you guys are interested in seeing that. Hey, so far so good. I like the takeoff. The rotation felt really smooth with the new elevator changes. Let's see how the autopilot does, because it starts picking in the past. It starts picking up that porpoising, that pitch oscillation around flight level 200, climbing all the way up. So we'll see what it does. Okay, coming up on 18,000 feet. Let's go altimeter standard. After takeoff checklist complete. Up a descent. Top of climb, 92 miles. Direct to Franck. Hey King, nice to see you, man. We're just heading back to Cincinnati right now. Okay, climbing through 204. So far, so good. Yeah, I'm hoping we got a good fix here for this. Guess what's some light music while we cruise? Ooh, that's really loud. There you go. Man, this thing's flying really good right now. I hope it's better on landing. That's what I really want to see. Oh, there's the porpoising. I will say this, it's not as pronounced as before. wonder if it has to do with these wind shifts. We'll keep watching the wind and see if it's reacting to wind. Because right now it's not doing it. That's good. Definitely getting a lot less porpoising than I was before. Did we actually fix this? It'd be really cool if we did. I think we're in a cloud right now, picking up a little bit of turbulence. See, that's turbulence. That's not porpoising there. I think I fixed it, guys. This thing is flying so much better than before. So I don't want to say too much. I'm going to fly this thing until we land it, and we'll see how it does during landing. If that's good, then I know we got something. But so far, it's not porpoising nearly as bad as it used to. And the takeoff roll felt good. Or the rotation. Look at that ground speed, man. Finally, I got some tailwind tonight. This is just turbulence.
Thousand go.
Hey, coming up on 350. Hey, leveling off. Here we are, flight level 350. Let's take a look here. Performance. What can we get up to? Optimum is flight level 370. Huh? We take it up to 370 then. Alright, crew, let's go up 370. Okay, climb thrust 370. Let's see if that helps our fuel at all. Check altitude target. Hey, get us a little bit of fuel. Still not getting that porpoising. That's good. Don't mind me, I gotta do something real quick here. There we go. Okay, up to 370. Nice. Just flying smooth, man. I hope this works, guys. When we land this thing, we'll know. Alright, so how far have we got till we have to start down? 166 miles at 14 past, so 20 minutes? Something like that. 20 minutes. Okay. Well, we'll just hang out for a little bit. If anybody has any questions or wants to chit-chat, now's a good time. We'll start our departure, our descent and approach briefings about 10 minutes from now. Man, look at all that activity up there in Canada. We may need to head up there and get some of that action. After this. Nice and smooth. I guess we can start doing, I'm gonna start doing some initial, checks on things. So, let's get some weather at, so that's 6 minutes ago, so information,